The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on now, let's go. Got 180. Let's go.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 20, 10, touchdown LA! Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, D. Rock it. He's checking. Crash.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Flushed out right. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. General West. Now. Hey.
Mike 54.
5.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. That's a gain of 13. First down Rams. Goff now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Goff on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Goff now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Wrist flare.
From the gun, here's Gone. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
No gain. Leads to 3rd and 11.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Bravo. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Now Gone. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And an alley to run. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, 76! 76!
From the 50, it's gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We want it. Come to my world. Take 4.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the double. Pilot, 64.
It's going to be a long day.
Go.
Check. Mike 5-4.
Shoot.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling me...
And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And And Lutz puts this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the ground, Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, exit.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Look at me, zipper.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Go.
On first down, Hill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Going up top. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They are going for it. Goff. And it is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Kamara. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
You want this?
To throw is Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Hill to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
54. They're going to need some therapy after this. Check safety, check safety.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta.
Watch out. Check right.
Get.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hill gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He's going to run, but he's got a long, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season.